We are day 3 at BlerDCon 2024. Blerd Station, your man Chris Fury, the man on the wall here. Sir Julius Cosplay. Go ahead, grab that right there, my brother. Sir Julius Cosplay.
What's up? How you doing?
Cosplays. Probably the most impressive to date is your Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
You did that you premiered last year. Only to find out that you were getting shared overseas as well during the con last year.
Yeah. That was a very surreal moment.
So, what has been happening since that moment?
Well, since that moment right now, what has been happening, I've just been focusing more on my builds. And then I finally listened to my friends and I opened an Etsy store. Because they've been getting on me for the longest about that. So I finally opened an Etsy store. I'm trying to turn the side hustle into the main hustle. It's going to take its time. So, I have a family. I have 2 kids, 2 daughters, and I have my 3rd on the way. Oh, yeah. So thank you. I got my boy coming. And we are done. Finito, that's it.
Help my man out. So, 2024, what's it like being here for you this weekend?
Well, my first BlerDCon was actually last year where I debuted a Blue Beetle, and ever since then I was just like, all right, this is gonna be like an annual thing for me, because this is just out of all the cons that I've traveled to, this is like a good vibe, family cookout. This is the cookout for weebs.
This is definitely the cookout. Everybody say it's hot, but they still coming.
Let me tell you something. Speaking of hot,
oh my God,
guys. Hydrate. Drink your water.
Don't worry, I have a bottle of water at the desk. Don't worry. It's just hot. I came running in here just to catch up. There's been a lot. I've seen some amazing cosplays here. I've seen a couple of amazing panels. We've made some amazing connections, great interviews.
That's good.
What are you most surprised about seeing with this past week?
Just not most surprised. It's just that it's. You know what's refreshing that I saw? It's a lot of ASL around. And that's impressive, because to be able to focus on that and just make sure that everybody gets a chance to enjoy themselves and enjoy the con, that's taking it a step further, and I do like that a lot.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I had the chance to sit in on the How to Nerd podcast with Cleo Thomas, Brennan, and Roxy Hayes, and their guest was Wes Armstrong. And while Roxy's talking, if you know Roxy Hayes, you know Roxy Hayes.
Yeah.
And as she says, sopping wet, the ASL interpreter is. I'm like, wait, did she just do that?
I got so. Can you do it? What is it? What is it?
He's like, really? And she said, do it again, and I'm like, wow.
She was like, so that's what that is?
That's what that is. It was definitely a moment, but it's been a lot of moments here at BlerDCon 2024 with Blerd Station. And I'm dripping because I'm trying to come to bring my body to the down.
Yeah.
But here at Blerd Station, we are the sponsors for BlerDCon, where this is our first live stream for the whole weekend.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Us, you can check out Blerd Station. My man, Sir Julius, with his skill set, I'm not gonna lie, we could probably use you over there for special effects.
Listen, special effect, you know me, I do my props, and I'm a prop builder, so if you guys need somebody to make your props, I mean, like, and this is a fraction of what I've done.
I've often said that there are cosplayers who are doing better quality props and special effects than most Hollywood people.
And guess what? We black.
So I'm gonna let you get to it, my man.
No problem, man.
Enjoy the rest of the con. My man, Sir Julius Cosplay. Go check him out. Go support the Etsy store, please.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's growing.
My man, always a pleasure catching up.
Always a pleasure, brother. Drink water.
Just trying. So, So first, I'll tell everybody who you are, who you dressed as.
Hi, my name is Terrance Trotman. I'm dressed as Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett. And I'm having an awesome time here at BlerDCon.
The fact that this brother is in full Boba Fett armor, but I'm the one in jeans and t-shirt, and I'm sweating. That says a lot.
I know. It's hot, man.
So is this your first con? Or?
Oh, no, this is my third year.
Third? Oh, it's like me. Okay.
Yeah, this is my third one. And I'm going to tell you right now.
It should be on.
Yeah, this is my third year coming to BlerDCon, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is an awesome, awesome con. And I had the pleasure of meeting George.
Ah, okay.
I had the pleasure of meeting with him yesterday, and I was telling him, I said, what we should do is expand it, you know, because I know there's a lot of blerds out there across the nation.
Yes.
And this would be a perfect opportunity to branch out.
I think what a lot of people don't understand about BlerDCon is just how talented there are for a cosplay, like a lot of cosplayers. I'm shouting out Sayone Cosplay. I need to shout her out right off rip. That woman is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She came in head to toe, body paint, glamorous ball gown, lights flashing. Just,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how? And she didn't do it one day. She did it 2 days in a row. I haven't even seen her today, so she's probably doing it today too. You know, so that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of concentration, a lot of gumption. Good Lord, to do a lot of cosplays, which is why I don't do it anymore. I'm too busy.
Well, you got this.
I got Blerd Station going on. We got the press thing going on, so we got to do what we got to do.
That's true.
But what is the most? You've met some amazing people. This is your third year. Have you seen any of the panels? Have you been to any panels?
I have been to a couple of the panels,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, the panels are awesome. There was one I was thinking about doing for next year, which is game designers for Black. You know, because
hey, look, do it because one thing that they don't have a lot of, or don't get shine a lot of, are people of color and Black people that's in gaming, whether it's designing, streaming, just any of that, or in the front or behind the scenes. So yeah, please.
I mean, during the whole pandemic, I think the pandemic really woke up a lot of people's mind. In fact, I even took the liberty of writing a letter and emails to Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo and see if they can partner up with some of the school systems while the kids were away. Because, you know, some of the kids, a lot of kids don't have computers at home, but they love playing that video game. They have an Xbox, they have a PS5, and they have a Nintendo Switch. I figure if we can partner up with those guys and have the kids on those systems, not only they will play, but they will learn also, and they also earn points to get free games from them.
Right.
You know, that's an idea.
See, they say that video games were bad, but if you're here at BlerDCon, or you've seen it and you're watching a live stream on the BlerDCon YouTube page or on the Blerd Station live stream, go to BlerDCon.com, sign up. We're the next new Netflix. $10.99 a month for 36 months. And after that 36 months, that money goes into productions of shows, animation, comic books, you name it. But that helps not only just produce them, but once they start airing and making money, you get a part of that money back. No other streaming service can say that. You own a piece of the action. You get paid to be entertained. So you need to go check that out. Tell them Chris Fury sent you. There's been, like I said, some amazing panels. We've been really doing our thing out here and showing the people a lot of love because they've been showing a lot of love to us. It's giving back to the Blerd community and showing your love for appreciation and you follow people online. When you meet them online and you've been following them, it's like you've been following family. So when you see them in person, you're just like, hey, I ain't seen just strictly handshakes. I've seen daps. I've seen hugs. I've seen deep hugs. I've seen pictures. It's like family photos. We live for this.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I was up here for 3 days, and I think you saw me on the first day.
Yeah.
I was wearing the Ghostbusters.
Yep.
yesterday I was wearing Wolverine. I'm gonna tell you right now, that Wolverine costume was hot, and I mean hot.
You should have saved it for July 25th.
Yeah, I should have, but when I came in, but today I came in Boba Fett style, and it's like a lot of love here.
Yeah.
A lot of love. I mean, you got people that see your outfits and say, "Oh, I love this. Can I get a picture with you? Can I do this? Can I do that?" And I don't mind doing that. I love it. I love it, man.
If you're here at BlerDCon, you need to go check out the vendors hall and show your love to a lot of the creatives. I made it in the vendors hall for the first time yesterday because we've been doing so much. But when I say about half of the people that are in there have been on Blerd's Eyeview, I meant that.
I got this from upstairs from the character, the guys up there on the second floor doing character. And these guys are awesome.
We have people here that's representing Atlantic Comic Con. We have people that's here representing Wingless Comics, Midnight Comics, so many creatives. Terry Huddleston is here, but pushing his art. They're here. There are amazing creatives of all types, whether it's a purse, whether it's badges, whether it's pins, the food trucks. Did I mention the food trucks? The food trucks. They blocked off an entire block, an entire street, because there's over 20 food trucks here.
Yes.
And it's like, and people keep raving about the soul food truck. I'm glad I hit it up. They ran out of pulled pork and pulled chicken by yesterday.
How can you come to BlerDCon and don't have pulled chicken and pulled pork?
I don't think they were expecting that.
They ran out of collard greens. That's bad.
It was like you was like, is that a bad thing or good? It's like it's feeding into the stereotype. Nah, we just like collard greens.
It's all to it.
I'll tell you, it is a barbecue out here. So I think what you have managed to see here is just really a combination of love and respect and admiration for a lot of the people that are either first timers, conventional con goers, cosplayers, creatives.
Yeah.
And when they come in, like the DJ that's over here playing, she hasn't missed a beat from day one.
I actually went over and told her, I said, you know
I did
what?
too.
As a former DJ myself from New York, I had to give her props because
she was mixing everything.
Everything.
Old school, new school. And it blended. I seen her yesterday. I said I had to give her a high five. I said, "You've been doing your thing, sister. You've been doing your thing all weekend and clearing house."
Yeah.
And when she had to break down, I'm like, "Yo, why is she breaking down now?" Oh, wait, she's going home. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
So, where can everybody find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook, Terrance Trotman, or Instagram at Trot or TestWolf718. And I'm also on PS5, PlayStation at TestWolf on PS5. All right.
This is Chris Fury, my man. Go follow him. Go show your love. If you're in the area, show your love. If you're watching online, subscribe.
Yes.
Go to BlerdStation.com. Go sign up. You'll find out more from us. You'll see the beta. We've been showing the beta during Blerd's Eyeview, so we're doing some things.
We're doing it.
So we'll be right back. Chris Fury, the man on the wall. Probably be talking to some of the crew.
All right. Peace out.
Look.
I think you and I should do it. We should do it together. I've been doing so much. So, what's going on?
Did you have to see a fan here, a wooden fan?
Let's get the crew in. What's going on? Let's get the crew in here. Or some of the crew anyway. Is that saying they cosplay again?
Probably.
Is that saying they cosplay over there? Who is that?
Is that Daniel Cosplay? The girl that was in the blue and the yeah. Woo. So we got a lot of footage, and I shot it in a way that it can work for both our channel and Blerd Station 2.
It works.
So once that footage is done, I'm gonna ship it over to you, so you can do whatever and put it under like. When I was thinking
This is how we work.
Yeah, when I was thinking about kind of what Kira said about me going to cons, I was like, okay, so we shot that footage that way.
Yeah. So, Grid of Horror here in the building. What's going on,
up,
lady?
y'all? How y'all doing?
It's hot.
Very much, very much. Matter of fact, one of the things that you need to have for a con, any con, is have one of them fans. Okay, mine is in my bag. I wish I would have showed it to you because it is essential.
We've been on a grind here.
Yes.
We've been busy here. We haven't lit up here.
Yes.
There is no forgiveness for the souls. I am here to work.
I hear that.
So let me see. We met online.
Yes.
You joined the crew officially last year.
Yep.
But how have you been liking it this year?
That's two questions. So which question you asking? How have you liking BlerDCon or how have you been liking Eyeview?
BlerDCon.
Listen, we family. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing to be a part of this platform because before I knew what Blerd is, I just was me. I didn't know I had a name. I mean, I thought I was a geek. I thought I was a nerd or whatever, but I didn't know I was a Blerd. But that was who I was, and that's who I am. And then just, hooking up with you, I mean, like, it was just basically I would see you on TikTok or whatever, and I would, splice one of your videos and end it with my own or whatever. But like, it just was like, yo, first the fact that you just held out your hand to just whomever was listening, yo, if you're in this space, I want to hear from you. And I took my shot and
she joined the crew.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know that that's what I wanted and needed. But that's what I wanted.
Apparently, from the crew that we already have,
yeah,
we work well together. I'm just saying. Lady Mandalore won't like it, but we are one piece. I'm just saying.
You got to deal with it, boo. You got to deal with it.
She may hate it, but, she can't deny it neither.
Yeah, that part.
They are currently out probably shooting that skit.
Listen.
I'm like, I seen it from Safari. I'm like, I'm trying to work, dude. Shoot the skit.
Mm-hmm.
You better make sure you shoot the skit.
I hear you.
But we've had a little bit of everybody through here. Sir Julius was just here.
Yep.
We've had Cleo Thomas.
Yes.
We've spoken to Jay Lee. We've spoken to Atando Akani. We've spoken to Phil Lamar. We've spoken to just about everybody.
And yo, all the people that you just named, they might be stars, but they are so dope. They are such a vibe. Each and every one of them, even if they have their own personality, they still are such a vibe. And it was just so cool to be with them.
I think the one out of all the interviews, the one that really, I thought it was a shocking when it was Wes Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
That was just the tip of the iceberg. Go show support to Vigilante the Film at Vigilante the Film on IG.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wes Armstrong, Cleo Thomas, TJ Sterling, the rest of the crew that's over there. That is an amazing short film that they only did for $40K.
Mm. Look if they have them more.
And if you see it, if you get a chance to see it, we've done a reaction to it, so check it out on Blerd's Eyeview. But the way that looked,
mm-hmm. If they had more,
had no business. Had no business.
They had more.
Had no business. You know what?
Got special guests coming in the building.
Malachi Bailey of Wingless Comics. Come on in, my guy.
And what a great vintage 90s X-Men 97 shirt. I love it. And, how are you doing?
We have Malachi Bailey in the building from Wingless Comics. What's going on, Malachi?
Hello, my viewers. It's good to be here at BlerDCon. I'm here with my nephew, Malcolm Jr., and we're having a fantabulous time. Hope you guys are doing well.
Now you've been on the show a couple of times. We've talked about her. You're here. I've seen you here walking the floor more than anything. It's been a weekend. How's it been for you, man?
It's been the homecoming that you all want.
So what's it been like for you this year?
So this year was a little different. A lot of my friends couldn't make it, but it didn't make the experience less profound. I was able to actually see the con through different eyes with my nephew being here. So, seeing his joy, seeing that he's not the only Black boy who enjoys quote unquote nerdy things, it made my heart feel full. and he's already planning his cosplay for next year. So I'm here for it, and I'll probably be taking him as well.
I'm gonna say something now. I never thought I'd meet somebody who loves Storm as much as I do.
I mean, Kira as well.
Yeah, because there's times we've seen
He loves them.
when we've seen things, they do Storm a certain way, and his good mornings are hilarious.
I mean,
It's always a shade look from Storm, isn't it? And it fits.
Storm reaction pictures. Yes, I have a folder of Storm reaction pictures, and it shows various facial expressions, and sometimes I add text to it. But yeah, I mean, please don't talk to me before 9 o'clock in the morning.
that part. That part.
It's so necessary. It is so necessary. So you've been enjoying it. It's not as hot as it was last year.
That part. That it was sweltering.
Sans the broken escalator.
Well, the elevators have been kind of wonky. Like we got stuck on one floor yesterday.
I have not yet.
Boy, they looking at us like we can't take y'all nowhere, can we?
And you know what?
It's not my fault. We ain't do nothing.
It is what it is.
It's that part.
It's a lot of us here. I mean, so Mal and Wingless Comics, the rest of the team of Wingless Comics, they have some amazing projects. You need to check them out. I know we spoke about it on Blerd's Eyeview, but would you love to see her as an animation or as a live action?
Yeah.
I'm about to, he took that real quick.
Hello. So that's always the dream for somebody who has an IP, who has a comic book. I would love to see like my character that I birthed with my mind's eye. Yes, Amazon Prime limited series or something like that, a movie. But I'm also okay with the fact that things take time. You know, right now I'm working on the second issue of her. You know, I'm getting the artwork back. I'm okay with that. And the 2 years is going to be the 10-year anniversary for her. So I want to plan a party, a celebration.
Okay.
Maybe a masquerade ball or something like that.
Hey.
So yeah, I got to do it up, right?
You're gonna be on the Atlantic coast, right? You do that masquerade ball?
You know what? So I want to get ideas because I want it to be like top notch.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm open to suggestions. So yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So when we first met, Candy B was on the crew. Shout out to Candy B and Crazy at the Great. They are expecting their first little one. She could not be here because she's in her third trimester. So she's really coming along.
Blessing.
I'm sorry, Eight, that all three of your loved ones' birthdays since it's October. You'll be broke till December.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, it's literally Brandy, PJ, and the next one coming up. And I'm just looking at Eight like Eight.
Listen, Libra season.
The pockets is hit, bro. But she was the one that pointed me your direction, and I'm like, yeah, I like what he has. I want to see that. And when you have women of color highlighted, which we've talked about that plenty of times, where we need to see not just men of color, but women of color up front as well, and be spectacular in their superpowers, character building. Good Lord, that's such a major thing. Which is why me and Mal bonded so well over Storm. We were like, she's a character. Like, there's a story there. Like, and to see, and we can't wait on, and no shade to Marvel and DC, but we can't wait on everybody else to do it.
That's right.
So it's best that we do it ourselves.
That's right.
So
we can tell stories a certain way. You know, I was talking to some friends, like, only we could appreciate razor bumps. You know, no one else would really understand that, you know. So when you see like
the kitchen.
Yes, the kitchen.
Okay.
You got a kitchen back there. Like, we wouldn't know what that means, you know, that lingo. So that's what I like when I see there's a book called Excellence, you know, like it's through Image Comics. And there was a scene in there where they went in the barbershop and it was such a huge hit. Like, that's a place where community happens, right? That's a place where the guys can come together, you guys can chit chat, watch the game, get your hair cut. And that has been a part of our culture, you know, for decades now. So to see that represented in a comic book is a huge deal. So I want to see more us things and our us comic books, you know?
It's so necessary when we see ourselves being represented, which is why everybody bonded so well over Lovecraft Country. We're seeing Regina King and Watchmen, you know, because we was just like, we were dialed in. And then when you see Drolta on Castlevania, we were dialed in. We Lovecraft Country, we were dialed in.
Even though,
And devastated that we didn't get a season 2.
but you know what I'm thinking, like in hindsight, maybe it's a good thing we didn't get a season 2 because each episode, it was exhausting for me emotionally.
I hear you on that.
You know,
I hear you on that.
like if you remember the Tulsa, no, what's it? Yeah,
Yes.
Oh my
yes,
God.
the end of the season. I know.
Oh my God! When I watched that, I felt every emotion, but I think above all, I think I felt pride because even with you trying to like burn us out, we're still here,
Yes.
right? But do I want to keep reliving that? Probably not.
And here's how I like the way they actually did that. They did it from a thought process of relaying history without relaying the trauma and making us go through the trauma. You know what I'm saying? Because I think like properties like them.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
hard.
I can't finish the first season. It's that hard.
I could not either.
Yeah.
I got all the way up to episode 10 and was like,
I
I
didn't
just
get that
cannot
far.
do it. I just can't do it. And I know it's only one episode left, but I was like, I just can't do it.
I think maybe when I have my reserves up and running again, like I'll attempt it because I want to see season 2.
I heard it's not that bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
But
I'm gonna try.
But even though it's a completely different story,
Yeah.
you still want to see like the previous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I don't know, guys. I'm just like I know I need to watch it because I need to watch it, but that was hard, you know.
Very.
You know, especially that first episode where they just take her baby and it's like, and I'm not a parent, but like that's gotta
I
be.
was glad that someone told me that, so I knew to fast forward.
Okay.
Because if you don't know, I'm gonna say spoilers because you don't want to go in, you don't want to go blind.
Yeah,
Just in case.
yeah.
Right. That's true. That
They're
too.
good.
But bro, it's basically that they violate that child in a way that should not. It's a baby, and this just should not happen. And it's just a way that's like, yo,
Yeah.
fast forward. Let's go.
I'm in total agreement. Eventually, I'll circle back to it. Luckily, we have other shows to keep us interested. You know, I'm a fan of Bridgerton, so I was watching that. I like how they do like the alternate history, and they have more of the Black folks, you know, in prominent roles back then.
Yes.
I enjoy seeing that. I just enjoy seeing us, you know, doing, you know, different things on a big screen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love the focus on Queen Charlotte
Mm-hmm.
and her amazing wigs. Did you see the one with the snow globe in it?
I'll be honest with you, I've only heard about
Oh
Bridgerton.
my
I have
God.
not seen it.
Listen, like so she is the character that's a breakout character to me.
Okay.
Each wig is a work of art. And so in the last season, she has a snow globe, but it's a hand painted like landscape. You see the doves in there moving around, and
I'm about to say, is it really a snow globe? Not like fashion, like
No,
it's a real snow globe.
It's built inside the wig. The wig is its own character.
I love our creativity. That's all I gotta say. I love
I'm
our
just saying,
creativity.
Shonda Rhimes, we'd love to
That
have you
part.
over at Blerd
Blerd
Station.
Station, exactly. Exactly. Develop
We
something
treat
for
you
Blerd Station.
lovely.
Absolutely.
When you see the successes of Bridgerton and Lovecraft Country and House of the Dragon, or as our people call it, Game of Thrones or Dim Dragons.
Them thrones. Them thrones.
When we see Corlys,
I know them.
when we see Corlys Targaryen, we were like, and that's us. That's right. When you see that, when you see success like this Supercell, and you see it was like we're seeing ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, when you see that show, and I actually had a chance to see an interview when their director Ratman was saying they had a black cast in front of the camera, they had a black cast behind the camera.
Yeah.
They was like, we're gonna tell this story only on the
No, right.
only way we can tell it.
That's right.
You know, and that's what's
It's
necessary.
so important.
Whereas whether it's in comics, whether it's in animation or manga, whether it's in live action, that's what we're doing here at Blerd Station. So whenever you want to, I know you do,
Oh,
just let me know. I'll drop a line to Kevin. Like, yo, Kevin, I've been like a pipeline, folks.
Let's go.
Kevin, hey, these folks are here. I'm building the bridge. I'm not Moses.
But yeah, I'm off of that. I'm waiting for my turn. And you can't rush greatness. You really can't put a timestamp on opportunity. So I'm okay. I'm trusting the process. I've been doing this now for about 10 years, and I was fortunate that with my connections, with me being in Wingless, with me, doing the comic books, I had a big name reach out to me. I got he's probably on my Facebook. Colin Kaepernick reached out to me, a few months ago, and I was able to, talk to him about her, and I never thought I would be able to do that. So that was
That is amazing.
that was a milestone.
Yeah.
That was a milestone.
Shout out to Cap.
We didn't pick this music selection, but it's so fitting. And I have yet to get tired of the song. I'm just saying.
Listen, I want to go A minor, but I'm like, we're on camera. Can't do that. But I was like tapping, just.
So Mal, what is next for you? What's next for her? What's next for Wingless Comics?
All right, so I'll do Wingless Comics first. So right now we're wrapping up fulfillment for our most recent Kickstarter, which was Air Force Ones. Brian Lambert, who's my partner and my friend, he released the image on Facebook last week of the toy prototypes, and it looks amazing. I mean, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for him. So I'm thinking by the end of the year, we should have some type of fulfillment. But as for her, as stated, I'm working on her number 2 to be in production, hoping for a Kickstarter by the end of the year.
Okay.
But then, there's no rest for the weary or for the wicked or whatever shoe fits for the day. So I'm working on the 3rd script, and I'm actually working on the 3rd and final her novel that I'll have on Amazon within the next 2 years for the 10-year anniversary.
I love that you have this all mapped out. It's a strategic plan, and I'm doing the work to make this happen.
It's something that is important to me. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the motivational speaker, Lisa Nichols. She said, make your job fund your dream. And when I read her book a few years ago, I'm like, you know what? That is good.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that you really need to, think about. Like the job that you possibly can't stand or don't enjoy, make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, put a portion of your money aside just for creative, endeavors, do it.
Yep.
Make it work for you. So, it's
also gonna feed your soul and longevity.
Yeah, because I know for me, like I used to do call center, and I used to always take the inbound calls and customer service. It's a thankless job. People will cuss you out because they didn't pay their bills, but it's your fault that the water was disconnected. So I had those calls,
Ridiculous.
And I'm like, okay, I'm here to help you, but you gotta
help yourself as well.
Yeah, like come on now. This Thanksgiving Day, you made the waters cut off. Yeah. You had people coming over before that bill wasn't paid. But anyway, use those jobs to help you do what you want to do. And that's someone's dream that you're working for. Someone had a dream that I want this company. They put in the work, and now they have a workforce. Well, I want that too. Right. I want to have that same opportunity and actually enjoy what I'm doing.
I think and I'm glad you mentioned that, because this is actually, even though it's not my dream, I didn't realize it would be a part of my dream.
I hear you.
And so it just worked in tandem. And to be able to talk to people like you and to have people like Lainey and to help her realize her dream, it's like we keep passing the gift down. It's like Almighty.
Yeah.
You just keep passing the gift. Keep passing the gift.
Take it out.
You may have to eat the hair strand. I don't know how you're going to take it, but we're passing the gift. Now, always fun having you around. Tell everybody where they can find you.
So you guys can find me on Instagram. It's Mal_the_writer. I'm also on Twitter, but that's where it's kind of messy. So don't look for me on there.
Even more messy.
Listen, but I'm usually on Twitter for like the storm stuff. And I'm also on Facebook. So look for my fan page and Wingless. You can find us at www.winglessent.com. So yeah.
I don't recognize Twitter, but I do recognize Black Twitter.
That part. That part.
He said Tony has no voice.
Oh, I love that guy.
So now, I want to let you go enjoy the rest of the con or what's left of it. Always a pleasure seeing you. Always a pleasure talking to you. We'll keep talking about the con.
Nice meeting you too.
So it's always fun when we see. I can't even say friends. It's family.
It's family.
Mal is family. You know, he popped through, you know, so many times. He's family. So he knows it, like, you know, coming here and seeing so many people stop through. Yo, Fury. Yeah? Like, yo, we like what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing. And I'm like, I'm just doing what I love, and I just want to show people the right stuff, you know, and just let them have fun, you know. So it was only necessary. So I'm glad we did it.
Absolutely.
We got another. We got Damon Davis from Ultimate Wireless in the building. Come on through, man. Come on, man.
What's going on,
How you feeling? Come on, have a seat. Have a seat.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, come on, have a seat. So what's going on? Damon Davis from Ultimate Wireless. He's one of the people that behind the scenes is tech and everything. Talk about Ultimate Wireless for the people.
Sure. Hold it. My name is Daimon. I own Ultimate Wireless. We are a hybrid store. We have an entertainment division which sponsors over 35 Comic-Cons a year.
Nice.
We do about, I say, from Boston to Alaska, everything in between, even Puerto Rico. Now, we have an e-commerce store, but we have a warehouse in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And the e-commerce store provides all the prizes for the contests that we sponsor at the Comic-Con.
Okay.
You know, in our entertainment division, we also manage and co-manage celebrity talent. So we have about 7 clients. So stay pretty busy. You know, but as a Black-owned business, I try to get us into these con spaces, which is hard for us to get in. So they give me free tickets, so I give them to content creators so they can create content. They give me a free booth. I pass the booth along so people can't afford some of these booths are expensive. You know, so I kind of do like if you have a business, I set up meetings with you. I can't guarantee they're going to accept their business, but at least you have a seat at the table to pitch your business with these shows. So I try to do my part to help our community.
Create our own table. That's cool.
And we've been in business for 15 years. So yeah, and we're sponsoring BlerDCon too.
Yeah.
So you and I, we've been working around together for a couple years. You've been coming to BlerDCon quite often. What's your thoughts about this year?
Well, other than the obvious heat, I mean,
Not as bad as last.
So the one thing I have to admit, I do shows all over the country. The cosplay contests and the cosplayers who aren't in the contest, top notch at BlerDCon.
I was just about to ask you. So then, after that, what is something that is different about BlerDCon that you don't see any other way?
Representation.
Okay.
And that's from our attendees, like the actors that are here. The cosplayers, they take it up a notch. You know, it's not store. I see all these shows up now. People buy something, they paint it. It's cosplay. They go out the way.
Like
mind blowing.
Off camera, we could see people from Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
And they look amazing.
If we had another camera to flip that around so you could see, you would understand exactly why I keep looking off.
I was about to say the same thing. Like if you see me just looking up, like because wow.
With all that coming up and down.
Yo.
That's why I'm spotting everybody we know, and I'm like, yo, come on over here. Come over here.
Cosplay here, definitely checking it out. And I would say, well, you want to get a cosplay content? They're like, no, I'm good. They know they can walk around here and they shine walking around. They don't need to be on stage, because the whole show is their stage. But it's definitely, I would say without question, the cosplay is second to none.
What do you think is going to be your next extension of Ultimate Wireless?
Believe it or not, I was thinking about a podcast.
Okay.
Because I have access to so many shows as content right in my fingertips that I might have taken advantage of.
Okay.
So that's something I kind of thought about. It probably wouldn't be me because I really don't have the time and I'm just not that guy. But I'm considering it.
I don't know why you say you're not that guy. Look at you.
Well, I mean, as far as like the camera,
Don't sell yourself short. You doing it right now. Stop playing. Don't take that short. Okay? Let's build each other up. Bruh, let's go.
True. You're right. But that's probably the next phase I will look into.
Okay.
Because I have content, I have access to the celebrity guests. have access to the cosplayers. I'm like, that's content right at my fingertips that
Right.
I should be taking advantage of.
Right.
You know,
Right. And then, I mean, that makes sense for you because what you were even saying is that how you're just being a bridge with other people to come together. So like that makes sense that that's what you're going to do. I think you definitely should do it.
because I see I do all these shows. I'm like, representation is not there. These other shows, like from the attendees on up,
Mhm.
you know, it's just kind of crazy. So I'm like, you know, if I can do whatever I can to get us in these doors, get these opportunities, I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely.
Dope.
I met him, and I saw he did a post,
Mhm.
and he said he's from Cleveland. I said, he's from Cleveland. Remember, I hit you up and I said, I have tickets to a show, a Comic-Con in Cleveland, if you want to go. And he went to the show, right?
That's
That was a
dope.
Cleveland Gaming Classic. It was a
Yes.
Cleveland Gaming
So-
Classic.
They offered me free tickets. I'm like, I'm not going to Cleveland. That's why I don't want to waste the free tickets.
Right,
You know,
right,
so
right.
I'm gonna give it to us. You know, our
and
content
especially
creators.
because they won't be like, oh, he's not gonna use it. We're not gonna give it.
Exactly.
that's a
so,
fact.
so give them to me. I'll make good use of them. So I'd rather give them to our people
Mhm.
to just get content. You know, grab networking connected. So
Yeah.
that's how we built our friendship.
That's dope.
Last year we had worked with you because it was 50 years of hip hop, celebrating 50 years of hip hop last year, and they had these dope power banks that look like cassette tapes.
Mhm.
Once again, I'm not planning this because you can hear Public Enemy in the background. It's just it's serendipitous, but I kept one for myself.
Mhm.
And I've used it, and I gotta say, I'm like, yo, dude, you always get like the cool little techie stuff.
It's not so much I got to. I had to get them. Like 50-year hip hop is having them, and it's like a carbon copy of a cassette
If you got
with
any
the case,
more,
with the case and everything.
I will send Cash App. You got any more? Because I saw that.
I'll check. If I have more, I will
Dope.
give it to you. If I have, I'll give it to you. I want to try it. Oh, got you. Yeah. But yeah, those
I don't
things.
want to sell nobody short either. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
no,
I mean, you always gotta give people
you're
that.
part of the family. So yeah.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So, Daimon, what are you up to next?
My next show is Otakon. Otakon. I have a booth there. I usually don't vend too much, but I had a booth at Otakon, and I do their cosplay contest and their masquerade
Where is that?
in DC.
Okay. When?
Oh, sorry, August 2nd through the 4th
Okay.
at the DC Convention Center.
All right. So you
And it's
gonna
their
look at
30th
that right
anniversary, so it's a big show.
here? Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I will have to say that when I do BlerDCon and then I go to a non-Blerd convention, it's like a culture shock.
Very.
And don't get me
Very.
wrong, I still enjoy myself, but I'm kind of like,
It's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. There's a natural wall that sometimes comes up, okay, and that's kept up. There's a natural way of like just kind of just being a little like I have never been so free in this environment. You know what I'm saying? You feel relaxed. You feel like you can be yourself. You feel like you can do what you need to do for yourself. Exactly. And I don't feel like I have that freedom. Like I've been at Comic-Con and no shade, there's nothing wrong with it, Comic-Con and why, but at the same time, you just feel different here. You feel different
Especially
here.
if you come to BlerDCon and your next show after BlerDCon, you're like,
it's like
Yeah.
when it's a family reunion here. It's like a
It
family.
is, it
You go to
is.
your local family reunion, go to
Yes.
your yearly family reunion, go do your barbecue, and then you like, I gotta go to work Monday.
That's really.
You're
Yeah.
literally sitting at the desk or at the job, just kind of like,
get your mind reset.
Yeah.
Then you go into it's night and day. Absolutely night and day.
so. Daimon, where can they find you when they want some of your techie needs and want to get some hookups or whatever the case may be? Talk to the people where they can find you.
Well, our website is ultimatewireless.com. There's a hyphen in between, so it's ultimate-wireless.com. Our Instagram is ultimate_wireless_LLC. For the retail, the entertainment is ULT_wireless_ENT.
He did that so much better than I do when I'm on Blerd's Eyeview. I get because I'm so used to like .com. It was like I forget it's the hyphen there. I forget about the underscore. I'll get better at it. Daimon, always a pleasure, brother.
Absolutely, brother. Your family.
Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, you too. All right. So we will be right back. Taking a little break,
Yes.
water break,
That part.
cool break, all that stuff. We'll be back with BlerDCon, live from BlerDCon 2024 from the Blerd Station, your next destination. Check us out, BlerdStation.com. Sign up.
The new Black Hollywood. Do not miss this one.